kind of file some of the things that folks appreciate me talking about, that y'all been like, oh, this is helpful. You know, talking about ADHD, talking about ADHD, talking about other things like ADHD. And I find like with my friends, I'm often just updating about my mental health journey, physical health stuff as well, type 1 diabetes, and mental health has a broader tent in that I've come to discover the mind and the body are connected. So it's mental health as a sort of a phrase or a name, but it's like healing from complex trauma, healing from shame. So there's a lot of stuff that I I think could go into a category of like updates about my very focused quest to be a functioning adult at 44 years old in Los Angeles, the city of angels. And thank you for your energy, by the way. Thank you for your support along the way. Thank you for your patience with me. Thank you for being a place that I can come and process what I'm working through and learning and growing from. And do you like my shirt? It's the Eye of the Tiger. Speaking of health, I'm on my way to the gym, so we're gonna walk and talk. And it's not a big deal. It's just like the healing window. What is like it? It could just be an ADHD thing where I'll come up with a cool idea and then get obsessed with it and make one little attempt at doing it and then kind of forget about it. That said, it I think it could be just like a casual title, a casual sort of theme that I can speak into about what's going on in my world, as that's really my intention on this, in this spot, in this YouTube channel, is in this playlist at least, is to yeah, just kind of be really open and free and here's what's going on. And that just seems like the right vibe right now. By the way, that is a healing thing of its own, in being willing to be perceived. Fear of being perceived is a thing, right? So there you go. And then another one is connection. The power of connection, connection as an antidote to addiction, and also as a medicine for ADHD. That's been called the new vitamin C, Vitamin Connect. And it's apparently like the most effective ADHD remedy, which I find very true for myself. So I'm leaning into it. And I have been for a while. So if this is something that you're interested in, then great. Context, here's the deal. And it might take some zhuzhing and some doing to figure out like what's the right phraseology. So by the way, I'm very open. I'm open to your thoughts and feedback, and the way I'm kind of feeling about at least these next few videos, these next few lives, I guess. Probably I'm going to do them live because that way they'll actually get done, you know? That's literally the strategy, is making it simple. Like, okay, you know what? Just go live, and then it'll happen. It'll exist, and then you'll stop it when it's over, and then you won't edit it. It's fine. It'll already be up there. You don't have to upload anything. Here we go. The healing window. I thought about calling it the healer's window. So let me know what you think. And let me get I'm going to give you the download, and then let me know if this works for you and if you think this is juicy and if you think this will do what I hope it will do. Okay, here we go. So imagine you are a therapist. You could be like a mental health therapist. You could be an addiction treatment. You're looking at 5.5 years sober over here. So you could be somebody in the addiction treatment space. You could be somebody you could be a doctor, actually. You could be a medical doctor who works with, you could be a general practice physician, and some of your patients could have type 1 diabetes, or you could be anyone in the health field who deals with people who have ADHD. And then there's another side to it. You could be a fitness person, like you help people, you're either a trainer or you're a physical therapist, but you deal with people and you're trying to like help them. And the way I'm thinking about this vlog series is a window into what's happening in my world, sharing my challenges as they're happening, my ongoing struggles, and kind of like letting you see the disease or the disorders or the problems at work, like that window into your patient's world. Like imagine if I was your patient, right? And like I think about my therapist sometimes and how in our session so that I can give her what she needs to help me, I'm trying to like give her the window into my world, right? But if she really was able to float around with me, like a fairy, float around with me, and like kind of look over my shoulder and see what's going on, and I think that my wonderful therapist, Abby is her name, would, and she'd go with me saying this, would like, that would be valuable, right? That, and there are things that I don't share because I struggle with vulnerability and opening up, and I don't even realize what is worthy of sharing or important to share. When I say worthy of sharing, that sounds very intense. I mean, like, I'll get off, we'll finish the session, and I'll be like, oh, I probably should have told her that I have $0 in my checking account right now, and I don't know how I'm gonna buy groceries. Like, I should probably have said that instead of just talking about this guy that I'm interested in, you know? But the reason I have $0 in my bank account is because I'm not thinking about it enough, you know? And so those are the kind of things that, and it's also what's embarrassing, right? So you're there with somebody that you're talking to somebody who you respect and who's kind of has like a quasi-parenting kind of vibe. You kind of want, or like a teacher, you know, you kind of want to show off a little bit, like, hey, look at me. Sometimes, you know, and like having boy problems is like perfect. Like let's have a quintessential therapy session. You know what? Everything else isn't great in my life right now. Things are really messy. At least I can have a picture perfect therapy session and feel like I'm doing something right with my life. My point is, I think this is valuable, and I think I think valuable for those who are trying to help people who have ADHD. Especially, that's just the thing I'm focusing on right now. The other ones are attachment styles. The other ones are, let's see here, attachment styles, growing up, addiction treatment, growing up. To me, that looks like emotional maturity. That looks like, if you were a therapist, you probably are familiar with internal family systems therapy. So working with that stuff. The other thing I want to say is, hi guys, we're good. Good morning.
Didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, all is well. Gorgeous day. Lovely human beings. The other thing is, ADHD wise, I kind of think that therapy stuff is like one of my special interests. I mean, people are my special interest, by the way. Character, character, comedian, actor, people, uh, and and I love helping people. I love helping people, and for me, helping people is about getting into their world, seeing things from their perspective as much as I can, and then supporting them. This is puppetry. One of my things is puppetry. So I teach puppetry and I coach puppetry. I turn actors into puppeteers. Regular humans too. I can turn you into a puppeteer, my friend. But the thing is, and I love pedagogy. How to teach. Things that click with some folks don't click with other folks, and like how to really help somebody just make a discovery in a way that they have now, that once they have made a discovery, that discovery is with them forever. And I've seen my puppetry students go on to do all sorts of incredible film and television and commercial and projects, as well as just being parents who have this superpower to bring their story time to life with their kids because they can make the puppet talk and actually look like it's talking. So, but as somebody who is interested in teaching and also interested in education and also interested in therapy and then also trying to get better myself and then also very creative, and with one of the ADHD things is this ability to make connections between things that seem so unrelated. So often in the journey of getting into whatever I'm obsessed with in the therapy front, which again, my friends will tell you, like, oh, Jonathan is all about polyvagal theory right now. That's all he's talking about is polyvagal theory. Or Jonathan is obsessed with codependency recovery. Like, he won't shut up about Codependency Anonymous. No wonder I am so interested in like people and what's happening in your world. Anyway, we're supposed to be walking. We're going to be walking soon. So the healer's window, I'm a verbal processor, so this is me thinking this all through. Thank you for helping me think this through. Side note, using YouTube as a tool to help me heal. That's also happening here. That's one of my side intentions. But so my audience, right, the person that I'm trying to, so imagine I'm speaking to is like a therapist, not my therapist, but a therapist, right? And a therapist, a practitioner, somebody who has resources, is able to listen to what I'm saying and run it through a filter and go, actually, that's bullshit. That's not, Jonathan doesn't know what he's talking about. And as a creative making those connections, what I want to share, so passionately want to share, the things that frustrate me and do not work, the things that we have tried that have not worked, and then the things that have worked and do work. So I guess the vibe is like, watch me struggle. Yeah, struggle. Watch me struggle and lose and win, and so the audience intended audience is folks who are resourced and have some wisdom and are kind of like a rung above me, if you will. Like I would hope that if I share something that's really a juicy insight or really a fun way to communicate something, that then you might be able to use that in your practice to help someone. Or if you're writing something that you could, try that analogy. Or a lot of healing, I'm finding, is about education and teaching and metaphors. Like with therapy, it's like a lot of metaphors to help me understand stuff, and then the metaphors that work, the metaphors that don't work. What else, guys? We're going to also be talking to people like me who are not mental health professionals. So if you're not a mental health professional, doctor, therapist, like say you are, you're another puppeteer out there trying to make your way in the world, or you're just a regular human being. So if you're just a regular human being, this could be helpful if you have someone in your life with ADHD or some of the other challenges that I'm working through. I call it being a rainbow brain. If you're a rainbow brain, or if you have somebody in your life who's a rainbow brain, neurodivergent, you have somebody neurodivergent in your world, especially a coworker. That's one of the things I really want to do a couple of segments on, is how to get people with ADHD to do what you want at work. How to not be so frustrated and not want to stick a fork in your eye when dealing with your neurodiverse colleagues. That's one. And then the other kind of like, or husband or kids. Also, I'm interested in the ASD spectrum, the autism spectrum, and my particular version of ADHD, which is called Ring of Fire, is very similar to ASD1. See, I tell you, I love this therapy stuff. I'm talking about, I have all these vocabulary terms, like, I don't know how I remember this stuff. Anyway, you'll see, it's gonna be, I hope I shall impress you. Anyway, that car just distracted me, and now I am coming back. We're gonna take a deep breath, 1, 2, 3. We're coming back. It's okay, because I just went to distracted, and then I went to, oh my God, I got distracted. Oh no, I really do have ADHD. Got a little flustered, taking a breath. We went into like danger mode, like, this is embarrassing. They're gonna throw me off a cliff if I don't finish that sentence. And I'm doing it wrong. Now I went into humor and joy and silliness, took a deep breath, went back into my body, remembering that it's okay. Hello, cutie. They are. I'm getting cruised out here, by the way. This is the right corner to do this. This is the right corner to do this little podcast. Hello, boys. Hello, West Hollywood. But we're crossing over into Beverly Hills as we are on our way to the gym. Oh God, here we are. See, now knowing that I am like an ADHDer, hopefully that helps you be patient with me as I work through this. Now, here's the one. If you also have ADHD, now we're back on track. The other group of people that I'm talking to are folks who are desperately searching for solutions and answers. Yeah, you're not a mental health professional or whatever. And you don't have anybody in your life that has ADHD. You are the person with ADHD in your life that you have to deal with. And you are trying to keep yourself from sticking a fork in your own eye. You're your own colleague with ADHD that drives you crazy, okay? So if you're that person, then these lovely people are here. So we're gonna walk away. They're home, they're lovely. I know them actually. That's not my house. We're not really close to my house. Anyway, boy, I might use this garden as a backdrop because it's so lovely as I get this freaking thought out. Here it comes. Here it comes. We need the good lighting. We need the good lighting. Good lighting. Oh yeah, a little sun on the shoulder. Hello, muscles. Okay, so how about my side boob? There we go. The children, the people who are like me, who are just fucking, finding that nugget of that thing that works, or that book. Sometimes it's the book. Like I have a friend, Brandosa, hello Brandosa, who who read a book I recommended about ADHD, which is called Driven to Distraction. They saw the YouTube stuff before that I was posting about it, and it really helped them. And then we talked about it. So like that's it's like, oh, I love that. So I'm here to like show up in the like the good vibes. You know what I mean? Like, oh, if my spirit is saying share these things, then share these things. What I do need this to do though, I need this little vlog moment to I need it to help me not talk about this stuff everywhere else. Oh my God. Like I'm trying to do we're trying to do well, actually we're walking now. This is good. We're actually moving forward. We're trying to do on Instagram, I'm trying to do something completely different, which is just more like having fun and being gay and queer and an artist and a mystic. Instagram, I was like, can I just be a character guy? Can I just do characters based on the zodiac signs? Can I just like live in my obsession and be sexy? You know, I call it silly, sexy, spiritual. That's the thing over there, and it's more like art. Like let's art, and then also getting work. A lot of my gigs come from that Instagram channel, which is Mr.Kidder, by the way. Right now, I'll probably change it, but I find myself going on there to talk about the party that we had last night that I drew at, or Hot Dog LA, and or a character that I'm developing, or a puppet job I just got back from commercial, and I will find myself speaking the word ADHD, like that comes out of my mouth, and that's okay, but it's not. It just feels like this conversation that I find myself wanting to have about the things I'm discovering in mental health. It's its own sort of framework. It's its own thing, and I think it yeah. And I feel like the witchy vibes over there kind of want to like the witchy sandbox. It's like, let's just let that wants to just, that doesn't want to have to talk about therapy. And then the other part oh yeah, the other crew though, that now that I mentioned the witch stuff, in here there's another aspect of my healing work, and I think a lot of therapists are in this zone, I'm discovering, are a bit witchy. I mean, we're healers, we're witches, we're the magi. We're here to, that's kind of, when it comes to being like a practitioner, that's my zone. I'm an energy worker. Yeah. And when I do parties and comedy, all of it has a spiritual intention. And my intention is actually to just do what God told me to do. Like, I'm not trying, like, I would just like to watch TV and fold my laundry. And I love doing laundry, even though I don't always put it away. But yeah, so it's, I'm a witch. And I'm being obedient to higher power, cosmic energy, my calling, like showing up in it as yes, okay, I got the message. I'm supposed to draw people while listening to them process and talk about what they're manifesting, and help them bring their dreams into reality by drawing them. Oh wow, this would be a great place for a headshot. I do need new headshots. Why am I also acting? Like, what am I doing? That's too much. My point is, and I mean commercially, you know what I'm saying? I don't mean like right now. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. Those of you who are like spiritual people, you're into spiritual stuff, either you're just like a regular person and you love spiritual stuff, or you are an energy worker, or you do, you know, actually do readings for folks. So it's not just like licensed therapists, it's also my fellow witches, okay? So those of you who are difference makers, those of you who are healers. So I thought about calling it the healer's window, which makes it very clear, like this is for healers. I'm speaking to healers so that they can see, I'm trying to help you help people. Does that make any sense? I'm trying to help you help people. Here's what I'm not trying to do, and this is important. Oh, I'm really not interested in being the, in being the sort of like archetype of the false teacher. And I'm showing up in a comedic, performative way right now. Like I want this to be entertaining and fun and silly, sexy, spiritual, right? So I'm not showing up in an energy worker capacity, at least in this, like in this vloggy thing. So I'm not trying to be putting on I am putting on a show. I am not holding space for someone else's like shift. So that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. And also, like, where are all the spiritual comedians? Where can we go to hear people talk about their inner conversations? Where can we go to hear people talk about their frustrations? Can I tell you what my spirit guide said to me this morning? Where like you can just like laugh at some of the things that most folks they're not even on people's radar, because you know that's just not common language, even though people are desperate for the intel. My point is, this is what my spirit guides are telling me to do, and this is how they're telling me to do it, and mixed in my own fear and hesitation, because I'm like, they'd actually like me to stand up a little bit taller and just be like, hey everyone, heal. But no, people put this sort of, yeah, they do get a little limerent. There's the therapy term for you. They do get a little limerent. And I just feel like that's kind of abusive, to know that somebody is emotionally so tender, and then like kind of put yourself as somebody who can give them the answers that they're so hungry for. And then instead of them becoming the hero in their own life, you become the hero in their life. I'm barely just opening up my throat chakra and speaking and opening up and being available just being here today. It took a lot to get out here, and I even brought a selfie stick. Part of the problem isn't always that I don't have enough, it's that I have too much. And I'm just like, wow, that was a really heavy bag. No wonder I left it at home. It was a really heavy bag because there was so much stuff in it, and then I was driving through the stuff, and I spent so long rifling through the stuff, I ran out of time to do the thing that I brought the bag to do. ADHD. So, and also it's the verbal processing that like I can't be trying to help you right now. I'm trying to let you tell you what. It's like being a driver. It's like I am the student driver. You're the driving instructor. So you can, but you're not instructing me, but you're the video, you're watching the GoPro of the driver instructor driving me, and you're getting to see what is working and what's not working. And occasionally I will tell you what I'll do a little stand-up routine for you of why the word codependency just is only making things worse. Why we need a new word. We live in a codependent society. The reason that Trump got elected is because of our codependent culture. Narcissist meet codependent. Who's the codependent? Oh, the Western white American world. Anyway, that's where we're going, people. That's where we're going. The healing window, because I think it's kind of funny because it sounds like so beautiful and so soft, and then it's this: a go-go dancer talking about a cosmic go-go dancer talking about their dating. The healing window, the healer's window. I don't think the healthy window. There were some other ideas, and then of course, oh Lord, I have a whole bunch of other ideas in terms of like health-related brands and concepts. But I think this would be, I don't know, I'll either share them here or I'll share them someplace else. Another like vlog idea is a series just called Proof of Concept, which I think is what I titled this, Proof of Concept: The Healing Window. So that's just another thing that I might have to just step over and just do a thing that's just a little, here, this is a proof of concept about something. It happens to be that some of these concepts of like, here's what's working for me, like being gentle with myself. Being gentle with myself? I guess, compassion, self-compassion. I don't remember what the author and the therapist who does the thing on self-compassion. Yeah, anyway, that, I'm like, okay, I have a proof of concept for like a thing about that some other therapists could use. Anyway, also making things fun. That's what I'm good at. That's what I love to do. I'm a concept developer. I'm gay I. I'm like your own gay I. Your own AI, but it's gay I. And yeah, and so if you are working on something that you would like some creative ideation around, please let me know. I'm here for it. Whether it's making something theatrical, I've worked in educational theater of Kaiser Permanente for over a decade. So I've got a lot of experience taking health concepts and making them fun, translating them so people really get it in that zone. Anyway, and I have a lot of great people that I know who can help you with what you're trying to do. Also the gay stuff, like folks in the LGBTQIA space, that's something that I can really advise or support and bring energy into. The last thing I want to say here is I do have some projects that I am working on. Some of them are proof of concept type stuff. Most of them are in the other world, in like Instagram world, where it's like characters that I'm building or a show that I'm trying to stage, where I will ask for some financial support. Like, hey, want to be a producer? Want to produce something with me? And I feel like much more responsible asking an audience of mental health professionals and practitioners for their money than I do like people who are struggling with their mental health. So, like me, like, don't ask me for money. First of all, I am an avoidant attachment. So I'm a disorganized avoidant, attachment theory wise. So we never give anybody money. And something I'm working on. And then also, and we never tell anybody what we need either. So it's kind of a miracle, me going, hey, I could use some support with this. I don't think I should be trying to foot the bill for everything, always. I watch these YouTube videos and these YouTube creators, and they're like, thanks to so-and-so for sponsoring this video. But the video is just them sitting and talking. It was a camera. I'm like, I don't know, there's editing, there's all sorts of stuff that goes into it. But I'm over here, like, for my stuff, I'm like, but I built a whole set. I made puppets. I had a bubble machine. Like, yes, and thank you to our sponsor, me. Anyway, so that's part of the vision here, is that I could maybe set up a Patreon or just, I don't know, some way that I will encourage folks in this world, in this little channel, in this audience, to support what I'm up to if you're feeling it, and but also like co-create it, like create it with me, and be in the conversation together. And then the other part, the part in this is, you can just see my ADHD at work, right? It's like the smoke is sort of like slowly. I'm gonna bring it down after we finish this little moment. Take a deep breath. We're gonna bring it down. We're gonna do some regulation. We're gonna do some regulation. It's another word that I don't love, but even though it's changing my life in a good way, such a good way. It's helping my life so much. Morning. Pretty good, thanks. Please hold. Okay. Yeah. Playing together, creating together, and yeah, producing stuff with me, and then yeah. Oh yeah. Just, I don't know. I have some good resources, y'all. Some good resources. Okay. So thank you for listening and hanging and chilling. I'm so stoked that I got the first, that I at least got this thing out of my head. The healing window. Welcome to the healing window. It's just a theme. It's just a theme to help me give. It's just a theme to help me give. And I hope you hear in the title, of course, with ADHD, aren't we all just like obsessed with the title of things? I swear, there's so many commonalities with my ADHD people. I'm like, how? Oh, mirroring. that in sharing my stuff, what I'm dealing with, that you and other, but this is more for the ADHDers and the rainbow brains and the mystics, that you go, and the gays, you go, oh my God, I have that same thing happen to me. Oh my God, I did that this morning. And that aspect of mirroring, oh my God, that's been huge for me in my recovery. I having things modeled and being able to mirror someone or see your experience and their experience, like that, apparently not having that is why we end up in 12-step recovery, why we end up as addicts, why we end up, not that it's bad to be in 12-step recovery, but I mean, why we end up as addicts, why we end up addicted to stuff, why we end up, even ADHD, like why we end up so having that mirroring and having life and relationships and dynamics and modeled for you a certain way, like that's the magic sauce, at least for me, right? So I can't wait to share with you some of the incredible therapists and YouTubers and just like powerhouses that continue to support my journey. And I actually put a bunch of them on here already. You could go through the playlists and see. I kind of organized them too. It's funny, I said making sense of this, making sense of that, making sense of ADHD, making sense of autism. And then I found this podcast, one of my favorite mental health podcasts is called You Make Sense. I'm like, huh, we were on a level, Sarah Baldwin. She talks about nervous system regulation. That's the other one. Oh, man, that's big. Anyway, thanks for your listening. You get this. This is the vibe. This is where we are. Deep breath with me. 1, 2, 3. Whew. Okay. Have a great day. How do you stop this thing? You're doing great.